As we'll transition to the men's bonus run, seed 12 through 7 coming up next. That includes the GOAT, includes the reigning world champ of Italo, Connor, who finaled in Australia and is into his best season to date. Also Frederico, Miguel Pupo, and a man named Seth Moniz. Moniz now preparing for his last 2 waves to move on. Hopefully we'll see the guys push it as hard as we saw the women do this morning, Was.
Well, you know what? The boys are ready to go, and guess what? Raymana is on FaceTime right now with Tammy Moniz again. And I just looked over and Seth got the "What's up, Mom?" It was the, you know, those kind of moments are amazing. So let's see what happens right here, the comfort zone of knowing, you know, your family's with you.
That is so cool. Raymana, the driver of the Red Bull ski, catching up with Seth's mom. And how do you love technology? Seth was actually able to see his mom right before this ride.
Yeah, Auntie Tammy. Enjoy the action. Super proud of her son Seth as he gets to work here.
Beautiful car being worked to start for Seth. Drops out of the sky there, pulls in, completely gone. Straight into a bottom turn, low tail. Straight from the pit. Nice tight controlled jam. Big forehand hook. Sweeps it right into the tail release. Plenty of time to catch back up. Another solid, powerful ride that'll drop him right into the barrel. Keeps that stance forward because he wants to launch the alley-oop. Gets it, Moniz. Was really anticipating a section to work with. Wasn't really high off the lip, but just kind of with that chop hop motion was able to whip that thing around.
Welcome back to the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro presented by Adobe. Chris Cote here with Pete Mel, and we are on top of Seth Moniz, who's feeling the pressure. He already made a jump from 16th to 12th, so these bonus waves coming into big, big play here for Seth today.
And this is a golden opportunity for him right now. If he can get something above into the 7 range, he'll find his way into that top 8. But ultimately, yeah, you want to put a big number up here. It would be nice if he could actually get a 6.64 is needed just to get to that 8th position.
Seth made a big leap yesterday. And he is, I would say, coming to this event underrated for how good he is in the air. And of course, under pressure.
I would just say more experience out here. You know, I think he's just going to get better and better the more comfortable he gets riding these waves.
One of the best tube riders in the world, we know that. One of the best aerialists on the planet as well. But it all comes down to this. All of these surfers, as David Bowie and Freddie Mercury would say, are under pressure. Pressure being the burden of physical and or mental distress. And while the scene around the basin, of course, is jovial. It's finals day. Everyone's very excited. For the surfers who have to rely on these bonus runs to get themselves above that top 8 cut line, you know they're feeling it with every turn, every pump, and every time they look and see this wave coming at them.
So true. You know, it's you know, and especially when you're sitting there waiting for the foil to run down the basin. Surfing really from behind on this wave, which is difficult to do. You know, there's a nice healthy mix of going out on the face and then coming back to behind. I think that's where you see really high numbers, is be able to utilize different parts of the wave during different sections. This was start to finish. He was putting some great surfing together, really, and then super deep on the barrel. I mean, this is feeling like it's going to be the number to get him there. I don't see it going super high to the point of maybe getting him upwards into those 5th or 6th position, but we'll see what the judges say. I mean, he needs that 6.64 to make the jump.
Smart surfing right there. For Adriano de Souza, who is on his retirement tour this year. And what a way to show love to a guy that really deserves it.
Yeah, it's so cool. And even Strider's been rocking the jersey for the day today. So let's see what Miguel Pupo can do here. Looking for a number to find himself into that semifinal berth so he can get another set of waves, another run.
Well, our surf forecast tells us that you're going to get a perfect wave every 4 minutes. And it's been spot on so far. As Miguel Pupo now, he's got a 6.6 and a 6.23. Here's his chance to better those 2 scores. Always stylish, tons of flow.
Send it, Miguel. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. You're guaranteed a 9th, but everything to gain by going to the semifinals and maybe even getting a chance to win an event here.
As Miguel exits the cylinder, we go to Strider Wasilewski.
Wow, straight up into the lip. Christmas trees. I love it when it sends that spray straight up into the air. Offshore wind, holding that lip line perfect. Execution. Look at that board, looks spicy too. Grabbing the rail, beautiful technique there, laying into the bowl. God, that wave is just absolutely perfect as indicated, but beautiful surfing right there by Miguel Pupo all the way with the look back. I love it. Staring us down for the, that's right, I got this, I made it, I love it. Go to Souza, we love you, let's do this.
Mission accomplished there for Miguel Pupo. What a way to finish. I like that you saw him with a spark of enthusiasm as he started that wave, and then he kind of started to measure himself, and the score started going up, 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 and with that big finish, he might be putting himself above that cut line and surfing like that.
I like this 3-turn combo on the outside section too. That was solid. You know, he's drifting the fins, you know, very precise. And look at this, just back and forth, then this inside section. Super deep, and then the finish. I mean, his scores are right there in the 6 range. This one, his high mark on the right is a 6.23, and this definitely feels like there's going to be an improvement here, which could help him get all the way into that top 8, but he still gets to go left, and he can improve on that 6.6.
Love the finish there. Gets up and upside down in that backside reverse. And there's the confidence as he stands right up.
Each pole dictates where you're going to be in your rhythm for the wave. They all have their own rhythm. They all have their own spot they pick. Let's see how it works out for Miguel.
Miguel Pupo cut himself a clean path from beginning to end on that last wave. It was enough. A 7.37. He is now above the cut line in 8th place, trying to better a 6.60. Looking super sharp, a scalpel-like approach to this wave, and doing it with style.
Yeah, and he knowing that that 8th place isn't safe. You know, you need to add more points. He needs to move over a few more surfers because there's surfers that are behind him. They're going to want that spot as well.
Miguel, of course, fighting for requalification towards the end of the season here. Making it look good down the line. He had a big finish on his previous wave. We'll see what he can do here. Setting things up. This is where you get that speed burst to the final section. Comes out of the barrel. What's he got for us? Big inverted frontside grab rail reverse. Can't hang on to it. That's exactly the move he needed to try, but he needed to make it if he wanted to improve on that 6.6.
I would agree. And it would have added, like, well, we haven't seen it, especially how quickly he was into that motion. It surprised me. It was like, boom, in your face, an explosion. Surfed well on the outside. There was only the one moment where he almost got caught behind, but other than that, it was solid pace all the way through. Beautiful set of combos on the outside section. Gets to the inside section here. Again, drifting it, hesitating at that bottom, keeping it together. I love what he does at the end here. I think it's exactly what he needed to do. You know, like I said before, there's nothing to lose, man. If you can get yourself and keep yourself in that semi-final position, you're going to get a whole new run of waves.
Yeah, and we have a savage cut today. So going from a full field all the way to 8 surfers here on finals day, Miguel Pupo has put himself in a position to stay in the top 8, but that was a much needed big finish there.
You know, his surfing that he's been doing in this event, still feel like there's a lot of improvement that can happen. You know, on the right, he has a 7.17 as his high number, so he's trying to improve on that right now. On the left, he has a 5.83 as his high number, so there's an opportunity to gain a lot more points, being that that number is still pretty low. He gets up there in that 7.5 range, he's going to add a couple points, he's going to make a big jump.
And his beard is the biggest it's been since we've seen him on tour, so hey, you know, good luck charms are welcome in surfing. Great shot previously from the Jeep drone cam as we now go for the frontal view. Connor Coffin, nice patient takeoff. It looked like he took off pretty deep here on this wave. That is how you want to start it. Be creative, a unique line, but don't get caught behind.
No!
Sometimes creativity can kill. And Connor Coffin right there with those opening turns being exactly what we and the judges want to see. Unfortunately, he just went a little too deep on his second turn there, got caught behind.
Yeah, it's difficult because you want to just grip into every single maneuver, and knowing that this is that opportunity that nothing's going to be held back. You know, how do I get more points? Do turns like that over and over and over again on a wave that's 500 yards long. Just, yeah, he got caught behind it. He started off trying to pace himself. Usually you can get 2 to 3 turns when you take off that far up, but this time only 2 before it started getting in the barrel. So it started a little earlier than anticipated, and getting caught behind like that is such a bummer.
The good news for Connor is he does have a 717 on his first right of this event, so he's doing well on that side. Now he just needs to post a big number on the left. Connor Coffin now, you see, nice and relaxed, so shaking off that last fall. And for him, sitting on that 717, again, he's putting himself in a good place. I mean, he's going to wait for...
Well, he's got a couple quarterfinals, a final this year, so he's had a great season. He's pretty much not going to be in any worries to qualify.
Not a big chase right here, looking to
now
the 5.83.
Now it's top 5. That's what he's after.
All right, this wave has a lot of weight in terms of importance for Connor Coffin. Here he is, like Casey Jones, driving that train down the line, a couple big turns out the back. There's the last Grateful Dead reference you will get on the day.
I don't know, Chris. Ooh, loose off the lip.
The semis, there will be more. Connor Coffin now.
I like the flow so far.
I think he's got one of the most underrated backhands on tour.
I don't know. I keep trying to talk it up because we know it's solid.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, right now, this wave is pristine. Now, this last section here is to see if he can clean it up.
Look at that. The ultimate surf fan. And you can call him probably one of the world's biggest surf nerds, Kelly Slater, a student of the sport since day one. Right
Doesn't
there.
miss a thing. He
Connor just got him fired up.
Yeah. Doesn't miss a thing. Really, Kelly, right? He watches a lot. If he doesn't see it right firsthand, if it has something to do with where he's going to figure something out, right? Little mad scientist.
Encyclopedic knowledge of surfing, of the history of surfing, of the history of competition surfing. You could ask him any question and he would have an answer for you. Even if he made it up, you would believe it because it's Kelly Slater.
I feel like he's going to get an improvement here, pretty much guaranteed. Now it's just by how much. You know, the 681 gets him into that top 8 picture.
I liked where he placed those turns. You know, showing patience, but also showing his intent.
Ooh, I love that. Look at that, straight into the bottom turn. That's what Connor brings, is that straight rail to rail.
Set a great pace on this wave. And got the finish. He does jump above the cut line up into 6th place.
That's 2
as
surfers.
Expected. We're shaking things up here on the leaderboard.
Hey, every single surfer you pass is another golden opportunity to keep your spot in that top 8.
And that includes Frederico Morais, powerhouse surfer out of Portugal, slicing his way down the line. You can tell every turn he's done has malicious intent. He's fighting for a big number. Right now, sitting on a 7 and a 6.67 for his high marks. So far, so good. And every time I say that, I worry because that is exactly what you don't want to hear halfway down the line on this wave.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us, or if he is, he's not paying attention. That's for sure. But this wave's already on fire. I mean, he's trying to better a 7 here, and he's definitely pushing way harder, especially on the outside section.
All right, big finish. Frederico Morais. Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen him fall on a layback snap, I think.
Yeah, that's
what happened.
It just pushing. You know, you're trying to do every maneuver is going to be that much stronger, throwing that much water. You're pushing, and as soon as you start pushing, sometimes you push too hard. I love the outside work he does here, especially the turn into the tube. This one here, the full redirect, putting his body into it. 3 different style turns. And then in the barrel, not super deep, but he did make up for it in length in the tube from behind it. He read it well, just stayed back there. Kept the rhythm of the wave nice.
The good news for Frederico is he is in a similar position that Connor was in before Connor's bonus waves. He's sitting on a 7 already for his right. So he does have a good number on his forehand, and he's got a 6.67 for the wave that he surfed on his backhand, the upcoming left. So now he needs to put all his concentration to the left, try to get something potentially in that 8-9 range, which we know he's capable of. His backhand is stellar, powerful, has perfect timing, perfect positioning on these waves.
Well, it's kind of cool too is that he's been able to spend that time working on equipment, right? You know, with the injury, he didn't go to Oz, he didn't have to worry about it, so he was focusing on getting better, which makes you healthy, obviously, but then also surfboard design. And he's always been at the forefront of changing the way surfboards are made and designed.
I am a Kelly Slater. I'm part of the flock of sheep that follow what he does. It's kind of like a, you know, high fashion. These looks come out on the runway, and you go, wow, that's wild. I want to dress kind of like that, maybe a little bit under.
Needing a 7.28 here. Did not better on the right, so at this point has a high of a 6.67. So this one here needs to be at least a 7.28 or better if he wants to get above the cut line.
The 4 big turn, now setting things up for the most critical part of this wave. That's what we like to see.
Nice combo there. 3 solid maneuvers in a row.
Nothing wrong with 3 big vertical whips to get the judges excited. A lot of turns on this wave.
Ooh,
an
stumble.
Awkward entry into the tube, and it takes him out. You saw that happening from a mile away.
Yeah, the off balance, and then you lose speed. And I would have to say that I don't know if there was enough done on that outside section to really garner better than the 6.67. So I don't see him making a move into that top 8.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, surf fans, get excited. The GOAT has entered the chat. Kelly Slater in the water here at the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro, presented by Adobe. Chris Cote here with Pete Mel. We're ready to rock.
Always in the chat? I think he's always in
the
chat, right?
Yes.
I mean,
if he's not surfing, he's in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, and so many different parts of surfing too. New equipment, looks like, unless he did a quick airbrush yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. A different look. He was so excited about it, the board that he was riding yesterday, but Kelly Slater seems to always keep us guessing on which board he's going to put under his feet. We'll see how this one looks, and yep, it looks good so far.
He started, think about where he paddled into that wave. That was literally off the dock almost.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Kelly.
Uh-oh, you better get there.
I'm not going to watch.
No, he didn't do it. He fell. He's gone. How did Kelly Slater fall?
Well, he did the same thing at the start of this event. This got a little too deep. He said he was a little too excited on his first wave, but there is a silver lining here because Kelly is sitting on a 7.43 for his right. Now he can put all his attention to the left. A 6.27 is what he needs to break free from.
I like this
Great
turn.
Start here.
I mean, this was like full commitment on this, especially this turn here. And he wanted to get right into the barrel afterwards. That was Connor was saying he was trying to do it, but you know, you come in through that back door and that all little fluff there to get that compact. Look at this turn too on that outside section. That's pushing big time.
That was Potts-esque. Layback, full power jam there.
So now things change. No improvement on the right. So he'll keep that score now. The 6.27 on the left is needing to go 6.84 or higher. But again, I don't think that's a safe number. I think you're looking at least 7.5s, 8s in his mind to solidify a top 8 spot. He likes that quad feel. He doesn't have to push to get speed. Generally, a thruster is just like its name. It thrusts. So when you're turning, you're getting a squirt out of the turn. Whereas the forefin, he's just relying on rail, and he doesn't have to push to get speed.
All right, I know it's Sunday in most parts of the world, and a lot of you have a day off, but guess what? I'm putting you to work. Put your judging hat on right now. Kelly Slater is looking to better a 6.27. So let's put yourself on the judging panel for everyone out there watching. He needs a 6.84. Start your engines. Here we go, Kelly Slater.
Again, he knows how important it is to push it, right?
Well, you can see the difference in the mid part of that turn. He does have some extra push when he comes out. A speed burst out of every turn.
Oh, behind it now.
Oh, that's
This
scary.
is where Kelly surfs the best on this wave.
Right there in the danger zone.
He's extending every turn as much as he can. This is he is so good. Is into transition to the barrel. Deep as still there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, ho, ho.
All right, so everyone out there, hopefully you just did your job. Was that better than a 6.27? Is
Yes.
that going to be better than a 6.84?
Yes. I'm going to say there is going to get him into that top 8 picture, but he needs to look at the totals, right? So at 14.37, 14.47 is Connor Coffin. If he can get himself above that 14.47 total, right, which would be a full point. Let's do some math here. Yeah.
I think he did spray that board last night
So
because
if
it
it's
looks like the same board.
Really?
I think so.
All right. You got to ask him. But I love what he's doing here on the outside section, just carrying a ton of speed, and that's what the quad will do. He doesn't have to push to get speed. It just picks up speed, and just because it doesn't have a middle fin.
Just straight up Kenny Loggins right in the danger zone. Kelly Slater always.
I love all your music references.
Well, I mean, where he's surfing on this wave,
It's punk rock.
most people.
That's some bad religion right there.
Most people would have got caught behind 6 times already, but Kelly Slater threads the needle so expertly. And it's not just because he surfs here all the time. He does that everywhere he surfs. He's always right in the pocket of the wave that gives him the most opportunity to generate speed. He is a master.
And what I was talking about, yeah, where you surf, you can surf it out on the face at times, and then you can surf it from behind at times. And he does that all on the one wave, which is difficult to do. So he knows the pace and the timing of the wave.
And of course, the storylines building as we get to finals day. A lot of surfers paying homage to Adriano de Souza. Even Kelly Slater, who has said in the past, yes, we know about the huge rivalry between Kelly and Andy Irons, but I would say his second biggest rival, historically speaking, was this guy right here, Adriano de Souza. And I think Kelly Slater would tell you he had a lot of trouble with Adriano throughout his career. And if you can take it to the GOAT, you're doing something right.
7.07 for Kelly. Puts him into 6th.
Leapfrogs Connor Coffin, who was feeling quite comfortable in 6th place, but now Kelly Slater is above the cut line in 6th. Connor Coffin drops to 7th. Iago Dora, who does have 2 bonus rides coming up, has dropped to 8th place. He's going to look to get better a 5.5.
Still 4 surfers to go at their bonus runs, plus the top surfers that are there, 3, 2, 1. So we've still got a lot of bonus runs to go. Kelly isn't safe. You know, behind him he has Iago, Owen, and Adriano and Italo, who is going right now still to use their bonus runs.
All right, I don't think we've seen the best of Italo Ferreira just yet. He's got a 7.43, but we know that the Surf Ranch is on his list of places to improve, and it already looks like he's found a comfort level here that we haven't seen in past events from Italo. And he looks very comfortable right now in the tube.
Oh, so
almost
deep.
Parallel stance. Look at that stance right there.
Wow.
How does he do it? That was incredible.
That was one of the longest we've seen at this event this season. That was a full maximization of the barrel.
And again, different looking stance right there. Here's the big finish. Yes, gets the pop shove at the end, doesn't fully make it, but I gotta say, the power, the speed, the dynamic approach in and out of the tube. Italo Ferreira looking to better a 7.43 for his best right. I think that's going to be right on that line.
Yeah, I would say that it's probably going to better it. I mean, just again, points of difference that we've seen. That's electric. We've seen a lot of that outside 3 solid turns, but this barrel, technicality that he has to slow himself down and to ride and skirt that edge of complete destruction. You know, right at that point, he's literally riding the foam ball. At that point, he almost got sucked back there. So that technical barrel riding is what the judges want to see. If you're going to utilize the barrel, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, that is a kind of a trick within a trick. Adding a danger element to the tube ride. Or just a difficulty element.
Transition into this barrel was nice too, nice and clean. Not super deep on the end section though.
Got a details question. When the surfer puts their knee on the board when they're riding in a backside tube, what do the judges think of that?
So there's the increase, Chris, 7.7. So he added, what is that? 6.27 to his total. It was enough to move him to 10th, but now this is it. So it's not enough. He needs the 6.68 to go all the way.
Yeah, it did help him because it made that ask just a little bit lower. So again, let's all judge this together because Italo is so unpredictable.
Well, and it's not like you can just cruise to a 6.68. I mean,
No.
he needs to go off, and that's what we love about this type of competing.
Yeah,
he knows what he needs to do.
He's got to make some tough decisions on this wave of how hard to push, what tricks to try. I like that choice right there, kind of a layback, slidey snap straight back up into the lip. So Italo now mixing things up.
I still feel like he needs something, a big wow moment to really put him over the top.
I think you're going to get it.
All right.
We're all going to get it. Yep, there it is, and we didn't get it.
Wait.
We almost got it. It was handed to us and then taken away. Italo goes down, and that's got to make Kelly Slater feel a little bit safer as he is standing by now with Mitchell Salazar.
I breathe for him.